Okay, guys, you've got Darren Little here, and I am live right now in the Philippines, and I am broadcasting to you from the hospital today, of all places. And I came back here because I want to be able to give you guys the most amount of value that I possibly can before we do this upcoming launch. And I wanted to be in a situation where, this is a true story, guys, where I felt safe. Okay, and I came back here because I want to be able to. Okay, that's our broadcaster kicking in. And what happens is that, especially when you've got a lot of compressed energy, and I'm going to explain to you guys how you actually do this and how it's possible to make a ridiculous amount of money in the event that you follow this formula. Okay, I'm going to give you the formula. We're going to talk about it today. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to go share my screen and go live to give you an idea of how you need to be thinking as a leader, okay, as a leader. Because leadership, okay, leadership requires personal sacrifice, okay? And it's not for everybody, guys, I'll be honest with you, okay? It's not for everyone, okay? If you want to make really, really big money, you have to be prepared to not only do your work, okay, for you personally, but you have to also be prepared to do everybody else's work too, right? And hand them the campaign on a silver platter, okay? True story, guys. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about any BS here. I'm not gonna, give you anything that's, hold on a second, just sort of position myself, okay? All the stuff that I do, all the stuff that I talk about, it's a little bit uncomfortable leg there. Okay, all the stuff that I talk about comes from the School of Hard Knocks. It's stuff that, when I first launched Black Ops Underground Marketing, I will tell you, I think the first month, true story, that I had 13 all-nighters. Okay, 13 all-nighters. Now, what is an all-nighter? An all-nighter is where you work all the way through the night and you're still working when the sun is coming up the following day. Okay, that's an all-nighter. And then from when the sun comes up until probably around 11 o'clock or noon, I would sleep, and then I would do it all over again, okay? 13 times in the first 30 days, but, okay, the good news is I made $108,000 in one of my income streams, okay, $108,000 US, and total for that particular month, I think I had $165,000 a month, okay, with everything all, and that's now converting over to Canadian funds, right? So, I want for you guys to really understand this, that it's great to, see those numbers and go, oh, wow, I really want to have a month like that, right? That may or may not be true, okay? That may or may not be true. You may say that. You may say that you would like to have $165,000 a month, but would you actually make all the sacrifices that need to be made in order to actually pull it off? I don't know. I don't know. I worked 18 hours every single day, okay, 13 of them all the way through the night, right, into the next day. And things don't always go the way that you want them to go, right? Like you can start off on a campaign and it doesn't click. It doesn't, not every campaign is going to go and take off like this, like a rocket ship. Not every campaign will do that, right? Sometimes you'll have little duds. Sometimes you'll have a medium, and then sometimes you'll have an explosion. But what I want to explain to you guys today a little bit about is more in the area of the quantum physics behind what I actually do, okay? The manifestation of these big numbers, the manifestation of these amazing successes in any area, okay, in any area. It doesn't matter if it's network marketing or direct sales or, you know, raising money or launching a, you know, brand new company or, you know, whatever, okay? They're all very similar. So, and you also have to take responsibility, okay? And realize that it's your thoughts, your words, your emotions that's creating the reality. And you also have to realize that our human condition is to sabotage our success. Okay, you got to own this, guys. I'm telling you what, just own it right now, okay? Own this. Our human condition is to sabotage our success, and 80% of our thoughts are actually negative. 80% is a big number. 80% of our thoughts are negative. And typically, when you're on the verge of something massive, okay, massive, like what's happening right now, this is what happens. Okay, this is what happens. And it's a test. It's a universal test to see how serious you really are about going next level, okay? Now, some people would say that, you know, that there's, that they're being tested, okay? Other people would say that they're being, what's I want to say? That they're being, you know, sort of, there's other entities, you know, that are out there that do not want goodness to happen in this world. It's a true story, guys. True story. Trust me. I've seen some pretty bizarre things on the course of my own personal development journey. And as you go higher and higher and higher and higher and higher up the realm of success, you get shown a lot more. Okay, you get given a lot more power, and you get tested with your ego. Okay, because you will get tested as you're going through this evolution onto your journey, right? So let's say that you're making 50 grand a year, and all of a sudden you go from 50 to $250,000. There's some tests along that path, and you go from $250,000 to $500,000 or $1 million, and then $1 million to 2, 3, 4, 5 million, and 5 million to 10 million. You're in a three-dimensional holographic video game, just so you know in advance, okay? And the faster that you accept a lot of these things, the faster you can advance in the game, okay? It's the three-dimensional holographic video game, okay? Trust me when I tell you, it's true. Now, you don't know that in the lower, you know, in the first level of the game, which is called victimhood. You don't know a lot of this stuff because you don't get a lot of this stuff shown to you until you get up to the higher levels in the game, okay? But if you accept it now, if you accept this, you are in a three-dimensional holographic video game. Yes, it's you creating the reality. And yes, your subconscious mind steers the ship. Yes, the gateway to your future is actually cleaning up your past. And you come to terms with a lot of these things that go on, then you can go faster. It's like somebody gives you the handbook, somebody gives you the rule book, and you go, right? You can fast track yourself all the way up to the top. Now, typically what I do when I'm rolling out a campaign is I set my intention. Okay, now my first intention when we first started this campaign was that we publicly announced this, guys. Okay, that's called putting your feet to the fire. Okay, I publicly announced that we're going to help 50 families add $100,000 to their annual income. Okay, 50. Now that means that if we help 50 families, we're going to have to help a lot of 50 families make 100. There's going to be a lot of families making 50 and 25 and 10 and 5, et cetera, all the way down the line. And there's going to be some that actually make way more than 100, you know, 200, 300, 400, right? And we're going to change a lot of lives, right? And that's our goal, is to change lives, to help people go into transformation, is what I call it, so that they can eventually, when they're on the other side, right? And yes, there is these levels of the game. Level 1's victimhood. Level 2 is where you step into your power, you step into your greatness. All your pain becomes your power, right? And you've got rocket boosters, and you can go to the next level, and then you can help a lot of other people, right, that had what you had, or went through what you went through, or they were abused, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, sexually. They were molested, they were beat up, whatever, right? Everybody's got a story, guys. That's what you got to understand. And if you can, get past it, and you can rewrite your story, you can completely, totally change your life, okay? If you can rewrite your story. In order to do that, you got to take control of your thoughts, your words, and your emotions, okay? So, first thing that you got to do is you got to set an intention. So my intention was that I was going to help 50 families add $100,000 to their annual income. That's my intention, okay? Now, so how are you going to do that, Darren? Okay, so my strategy, that's my intention, my strategy is that I am going to give so much value, okay, so much value to the marketplace that I'm going to have an influx, a rapid influx, all at one shot, of people that want to get what I have. That's the secret, guys, okay? So people are not buying what you think you're selling. Okay, I'm gonna say this again. People are not buying what you think you're selling. They're not, okay? Because there's thousands of deals out there, thousands, right? And truthfully, one deal, the next deal, whether it's Exodus or Mobe or Digital Altitude or Empower Network or some other high ticket program, really, guys, it's really not about the product. It's not. It's not at all, okay? The products have to provide value to the marketplace, okay? Products have to provide value to the marketplace. But what people are really buying is they're buying your energy, they're buying your leadership, and they're buying the belief that you can take them to the promised land, that you can take them to the promised land, okay, through your ability to solve the 5 major pain points of the industry. Okay, so you've got they hate harassing their friends and family. That's one. They hate getting rejected. Right, huge problem, guys. Rejection actually cripples people in the industry. Okay, so they don't want to go to their friends and family. Problem. They don't like getting rejected because that actually affects your confidence, self-esteem, and pummels you down to the point where you feel like nothing, right? So they don't like getting rejected. Once they burn through their warm market, they don't know how to generate leads, highly targeted leads, right? Huge problem. Even if they knew how to generate leads, they don't know what to do with them. They don't know how to close them. They don't know how to upsell them, okay? And even when they make a couple sales, they don't know how to get any team duplication. So the thing never gets any liftoff, never gets any momentum, okay? So what I typically do when I'm going to make a rollout, okay, a rollout of a campaign, the first thing that I do, okay, the first thing that I do with my campaign is I come up with a campaign name, okay? Now, we had a really good run of probably about 4 months, okay, 4 months with the Black Ops Underground, okay? Black Ops Underground Marketing was a good solid 4-month campaign run, okay? Now, the next thing that I typically do is I come up with another campaign, okay? So this campaign that we're rolling out right now is 30-day income explosion, right? Now, so as I'm getting geared up for the campaign, I'm going to have a number of images that I start to circulate into the marketplace, okay? So I'm gonna show you guys sort of how this works. I'm gonna show you all the things that I've had to put together so far, right, as the leader. And I'm going to show you, and I'm still working on the actual PowerPoint presentation, but it'll be, you know, there'll be a spin-off of some of the other stuff that we've done. And I'm using as my, right, my lure, my lead magnet, so to speak. I'm going to show people how they can generate 25 to 50 leads per day using Facebook. Okay, 25 to 50 leads a day using Facebook, because that's what I do, right? Okay. Okay, so this is all live, guys. It's not pre-rehearsed, so just, you know, bear with me that, you know, I'm just, this is the Naked Soul, and we're going to go on a journey together here. Okay, so let's see what we got recent. Okay, so I'm gonna go in here into my ad file. Okay, so can you guys see my screen? Can one of you unmute and just tell me you can see my screen right now? Hello?
Yeah, we can see it, Darren.
Okay, great. Okay, so these are what I call my teasers, my teaser campaigns, okay? Now, this particular graphic is targeting the spiritual people, you know, the people that are Christian people or whatever, the people that go to church on Sundays, okay? So it says on the 30th day, God created the 30-day income explosion and said, let there be freedom, okay? So this is kind of what I call a teaser to the initial part of the launch of my campaign, okay? But I do a bunch of them, okay? So this one says, something big is coming, 30-day income explosion. And you can sort of see the light there starting to emanate enough where it's going into the, you know, like, right? This one piggybacks off of, you know, action figures. Okay, so this is piggybacking off of anybody who's into Batman and Superman, or Batman versus Superman, or whatever. And, you know, so this is called piggyback marketing. Piggyback marketing, right? So this is now just, I'm piggybacking off of just the word explosion, right? So I'm getting a box of dynamite and I'm making this cool graphic. Now, I've also piggybacked off of Nelly with his song of It's Getting Hot in Here, okay? So this is sort of a dual, piggyback off of explosion and dynamite, because it gives people a visual, right? A visual of what does dynamite do, right? So if they've ever seen a movie where there's dynamite, or they've ever seen somebody, you know, firecrackers or something in Las Vegas, or, you know, at New Year's, then this was sort of another anchor, right? It's all piggybacking. It's all sort of things that represent income explosion, right? This one here, 30-day income explosion. So I've taken the word explosion and it's behind there, there's something exploding in space. Now this one here is a rocket. Okay, so I'm piggybacking off of the space shuttle, right? Off of the space shuttle with my 30-day income explosion, okay? Now, the way that this works, guys, the way that this works is that obviously your goal as a leader in phase one is to recruit reps, okay? That's your goal in phase one. Most people, they never even start phase one or finish phase one. So they never go out and aggressively, like their life depends on it, go and recruit yourself a team. Now, I cover in detail how to recruit people. Where are they at? Where do they want to go? What's going on in their life right now? Pain. And what's their vision? What do they really want? How much money do they want? What do they want the money for? And how serious are they on a scale from 1 to 10? Now, the problem of why people don't make sales is they don't listen. They don't surrender their pride and their ego. They won't follow the training. They won't apply it. So they never either start phase 1 or actually even finish phase 1. Oh, well, next. Okay? Now, you have to be emotionally detached from whether or not your people will go into action or not. Okay? All you can do is provide the value to the people. All you can do is be there for your people. Okay? All you can do is send out the invites to your training, and if they show up, great. If they don't, oh well, next. Okay? So that's the thing about our industry, guys, I'll share with you, is that you cannot be emotionally attached to the answer of your prospects. You cannot be emotionally attached of whether or not people show up for your training, don't show up for your training, implement what you do, not implement what you do. You can't, you can't care either way of which way that it goes. Okay, you got to trust me on this, because if you do get emotionally connected to it, it can take you down. Okay, emotionally take you out, and I'm talking about where you can actually go into clinical depression because you had a dream and nobody's taken action to enroll with you, or you had a dream, you had a team, and then, 3 weeks later, a month later, 2 weeks later, everybody quit. Okay. Now, the top leaders will tell you that if they go out and they recruit a team and every single one of those people quit, guess what they do? As long as they still believe that the deal itself will convert, they just go run a new campaign, right? They don't get emotionally attached to it, and quite honestly, they don't really care. You want to stay? Great. If you don't want to stay, hallelujah. And I always say to people, if you can find a couple of leaders like myself and Ari that are willing to give our time away like we do to our team, go for it. Because I've never seen it. And that's a true story. I have never seen anybody in our industry give away their time like what Ari and I do for the success of our people, and are willing to edify our team, showcase our team, email the stories to our team, showcase them on our wall, so that we can help you to give you wings to become a leader. Because that's what leaders do. Okay, that's what leaders do. So this again is called piggyback marketing. So Ford just launched an entire line of trucks called Black Ops. I mean, it's quite bizarre, guys, to be honest with you, because we're really going big with this. And it's pretty bizarre that right now that Ford came out with an entire Black Ops truck line. And so I piggybacked off of the presidential race with Donald Trump. You've probably been seeing, I've been piggybacking off that, and it has given me a ridiculous amount of awareness for the last month and change of my brand. Okay, so doing our part to make America great again. Okay, so 2 trucks sitting there, they're both the Black Ops trucks, and there's me and Ari, Black Ops Underground Marketing. Okay, now this as well was the same. This is Black Ops is Ford Tough, right? Because that's piggyback marketing again. They came with a Black Ops truck. I'm rolling out this, so this is one of my little promotional ads. Okay, now I will share this with you guys. I use PowerPoint a lot. Okay, if I'm not in my PowerPoint at least once, twice, maybe even 3 times in a day, then I do not feel like I am working. Okay, so I want to showcase everything that I can about the progress of my success in graphics, real time, so that I can showcase, write the stories. Okay, this is when we had 625,000 team commissions. This was members only. Membership has its privileges. This was something I was going to make into some exotic car thing, right? This was another campaign I did called Mission Possible, right? So this was a secondary campaign that I rolled off of the first campaign, right? Which was my Black Ops Underground. Okay, so now these are other mini campaigns. $1,000 instant commissions that will buy a lot of dog treats. Dare to be different. Your why is in good hands with Black Ops. A marriage made in heaven. Time well spent. The one. Dare to be different again. Income faster than the speed of sound. Another income faster than the speed of sound. Better than your first kiss. Somewhere in the shadows, they can hear the freight train coming. Money doesn't grow on trees, it grows on relationships. So completely timeless. So I roll out these campaigns, guys, campaigns. This is all part of a campaign. Women are the best networkers because they listen. You know, these are all campaigns. There's Somewhere in the Shadows again, A Girl's Best Friend. That was just something I was going to do. It's another one. Sweet and Rich. That one was more like a, shock and awe, I call it. That one stopped people in their tracks on the news feed because it looks sexual. So, you got to sort of ride the line sometimes in marketing. That's how much I made in Canadian funds. Okay, Canadian funds, because I'm in Canada, in 1 month in Black Ops. Okay, now, like I said, it's easy to look at that number and go, oh my God, I'd love to make $133,000 in 1 month. The question is, would you want to make all the sacrifices for your team that have to be made in order to make that happen? Okay, I don't know. Okay, but you can see here how many things there. This goes on, guys. This goes up to like over 500. Look how many there is in here. Let's see how many there is. 558 images. 558. That's a lot. Okay, that's a lot. And who's going to want to do that? I don't know. I mean, I do, because I want to make millions and millions and millions and millions. I want to make billions. Okay. So the question is, would you do that? Now, I don't. Okay, we're going to go back here into here. Okay. So right now it's at 159,100. I'm starting on these advanced payments now, getting the other, what's it called? There's the elite payment and the advanced payment. Okay, so we're going to go over here onto Facebook. Okay, now once you can leverage the power of your team, I'm going to show you how incredible that this can be once you really get this concept. Once you get this concept. Okay, so we're going to go here into Black Ops. Okay, so we're going to go into Black Ops. And I'm gonna say here, wait a second, how did it work? Black Ops. Let's see if it works. I don't know what the heck. Okay, so I'm now going to take this image, and let's go into 30-day. Okay. So I'm going to take this image now, and I'm going to say 30-day income explosion pre-launch. On Monday, November 28th. I think it's November 28th. Yep. Okay, so on Monday, November 28th at 7 o'clock p.m. PST, 10 p.m. EST, learn how to generate 25 to 50 leads per day for free using Facebook. If I hadn't seen these two millionaire mentors do this live, I may not even have believed that it could be done. Aaron Little and Ari Maccabee are going to show you exactly how they do it, step by step. All I know is if a couple of marketers can start a launch with only $1,349 each, generate, okay, so Ari made, okay, so Ari made 128, oh, oops, 128.8, and I made 108. I think mine was 200 plus. So 237,000 in our first month. Okay, $237,000 we made. All I know is if a couple of marketers can start a launch with only $1,349 each and generate $237,000 in profit without spending a penny. Now, what you can do, guys, okay, what you can do, and I'm going to show you, there's two different ways to do a pre-launch, okay? This is a pre-launch. That means that we haven't actually technically launched. We're still working on a promotional video that's going to go viral all over the internet. And this is the pre that goes up to it, okay? So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, put swipe here. "30-day income explosion pre-launch." Okay. Okay, so I'm going to take this back and I'm going to say, talking about hot leads. Okay. Imagine being able to generate 25 to 50 red hot targeted. Okay, imagine being able to generate that's underlined. Okay, every business needs leads. I'm talking about hot leads. Imagine being able to generate 25 to 50 red hot targeted leads every single day for you. Okay, so that's the pre-copy. On Monday, November 28th, at 7 o'clock p.m., 10 p.m. EST, learn how to generate 20 to 50 leads per day for free using Facebook. If I hadn't seen these 2 millionaire mentors do this live, I may not even have believed that it could be done. Darren Little and Ari Maccabee are going to show you exactly how they do it step by step. All I know is if a couple of marketers can start a launch with only $1,349 each and generate $237,000 in profit without spending a penny on paid marketing, if I was you, I would be there, okay? Now, if you read this, I would be there. If you read the copy on typically the way that, you know, copywriters write copy, it's kind of like telling a story, okay? Because stories sell, facts only tell. So you need to take people through kind of a journey, an emotional journey where you're telling a story and you're identifying, you're speaking to their pain. Okay, you're speaking to their pain, and then you're dangling a carrot that they cannot refuse. Okay, they can't. So when somebody reads that, they go, okay, so here's how we're going to generate 25 to 50 red hot target leads a day. Here's a couple of guys that have started a business with $1,349 and they generated almost $250,000 in profit in the first month. What? How the frick did they do that? Right? So you want to, you know, this is called piggyback marketing, guys. Now, how's it piggyback marketing? Because you're piggybacking off mentorship. And you can dangle the carrot and say, you can get access to this mentorship too, right? Now, a lot of people, what they do is when they get involved in our mentoring, they can't surrender their pride and their ego. Big problem. So they think that they have to go out and they need an income story, otherwise they can't do the marketing. They got to be able to have, you know, all these results. They got to be able to have a massive following and a massive group and all this stuff, and it's complete, utter bullshit, okay? Complete, utter bullshit. It's not true. And that is your mind. That is your mind basically screwing you over, okay? Like I said, 80% of your brain is programmed to self-destruct, and that is you sabotaging your success. So don't think that you got to know it all, do it all, be it all, say it all. You don't. Okay, all you got to do is master in the beginning, copy and pasting. You'll start to learn how to tweak a little bit, and eventually you'll be writing copy that fast. Okay, so now I'm going to say to them, now if I had a link to everything else that I'm going to show you guys here, I could put register here for the webinar. Okay. But if you don't have that, if you don't have a funnel set up, right, like I'm going to show you, then you would say comment below with, you know, whatever your code name is, right? I want a 30-day income explosion, right? So if you want to, oops, shoot. Okay, so it looks like that just duped. Okay, so I'm going to say if you want it, now I could say either hit me up on private message, or I could say comment. Okay, so there's that. So now I'm going to say here swipe. I'm going to say post to and comment. Okay, so there is part of the campaign. Now, what you guys are going to see happen here. Now, keep in mind, we are sort of teaching and training you how you can roll out a campaign for nothing and how you can do all these things and piggyback marketing and, you know, all these different strategies. And in the early stages, guys, don't try to do all this yourself. Okay, seriously. Just piggyback off the stories. We have tons of them. Okay, so don't think that because you haven't recruited anybody at all. Oh, well, I haven't recruited anybody, so I can't make any money. Okay, that's the victim. Don't be that person. You have the copy, you got the images, there's nothing that you need to learn other than how to right-click or click on this image, right-click, right-click, right-click. Why won't that work? Right-click and save the image. See that? Save image as. So you're going to save the image to your desktop or to a file, right? You're going to go back to your wall. Okay, now I'm going to show you something here, guys, that you really need to know if you're going to be able to do this effectively. So keep in mind, if I was to follow the directions. Okay, so watch this. I'm going to copy and paste. Now watch what happens. I lost all the spaces. So I've got to go here to the end and enter. I got to go here, right there, and enter. Okay, I got to go here to the end and enter. Go here and enter. Go here and enter. Okay, so that it looks proper. Okay, so that it looks proper. Now I also, if I want to tag people, I've got to change this and rewrite it. So Darren Little and take out Ari McAdee, right? Like that. And I've got to go here to this little corner and add an image. So I go 30-day, and there's the image right there. Okay, I'm gonna wait for it to load. And I'm going to hit post. See how simple that was, guys? Now, the thing that you've got to understand here is that anybody could do that. You don't need any talent, you don't need any skills, you don't need any copywriting, you don't have to worry about a PowerPoint presentation, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to come up with a campaign, you don't have to do the graphics, you don't have to do anything, okay? All you have to do is be able to cut and paste and load an image in the first stage of your learning how to market, okay? So that's that. Okay. Now, typically, okay, so that's on my page, so I'm not gonna actually post that. So I'm just gonna delete that. I'll go to another page and I'll just get rid of it. Okay, so I'm gonna go back into Black Ops. Okay, so let's see if somebody's already posted it. Okay, so Tina Barrett hit the like button. She may not have posted it yet, but if you come back here later tonight, you will find that people will start posting this to their wall and they'll say posted or yes or whatever, okay? So what you'll notice here is these as well, guys. These, you know, nobody sits us down and says, you know, hey guys, why don't you do this strategy? Why don't you try this? It's all testing and tweaking. Testing and tweaking. And quite honestly, you never know which campaigns are going to go. You never know. Okay, you never know. You'll find, I'll tell you what's really interesting is that when I put the post out, you know, of the thanking my people and stuff, and I put a video out. Let me see if I can find it here just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so here's another one. Woot woot, I'm so flippin' excited about our next rollout. So many people's lives are gonna be transformed. If you wanna learn the secrets on how I was able to help my team earn over $950,000 in team commissions in less than 4 months, hit me up in private message and say, I want an income explosion. Okay, so there's one person right there that has, there's a lead. That's a hot lead right there. Person says more info, please. Well, that's a hot lead, okay, of somebody that wants to potentially get started the business, okay? Okay, what do we got here? Okay, here's more leads right here. Who here could use an extra $25,000 before Christmas? If that sounds like you, comment below, 'tis the season. Okay, and I just use a little software to make myself look like Santa Claus, okay? So these are leads, guys, okay? Now, Chris is an example right now is I had a what do you call it? Facebook Messenger, okay? Here's somebody that just commented, 'tis the season. So I will share with you guys this. The leader is not afraid to go, Chris Smith, message. See, I've already given him value. Look at this. We had a call last night. He already told me that he's coming on board. He's raised $1,000 so far. He's getting the rest. Okay. So what do I say here? Okay, I need a few minutes to get out of the warehouse. I'm working in a giant refrigerator. Okay, call me on Messenger. Calling now. Chris called. I missed his call. I called back. Welcome to. Okay, so this is us talking. So look how long we talked. It was 11. Chris called you at 11:12. So welcome to the team, Chris, at 11:15. That can't be right. We talked longer than that. Okay, well, maybe this is, okay, I would say it was more like 10:50, and his phone may have dialed me back after that. So from 10:50 until 11:15. So I talked to him for 20 minutes, okay, and during that 20-minute, I found out about his vision, his dream, right? What has him looking for more income right now? I got him connected to his cane, right? And after we chatted, after he watched the video, you'll notice here the thing that he said. Okay, I want to take you back up here and show you this whole thing right from the beginning so you guys can see this. Okay. Okay, so he asked for a webinar a while back. Hey, Chris, how's it going today so far? Not too bad. It gets better at 5 when I get to go home to my wife. Right? Ha ha ha. Nice. What do you do in the day? Mobile forklift repair tech. Is it your passion? Okay. Is it your passion, guys? Okay. A lot of people don't do this. They don't use that. I talk about it all the time, but they don't use it. Okay. Now, if somebody says, well, Darren, what do you say to somebody when they say that they've got a job? Well, I want to know whether it's their passion or not. Right? Because if it's not their passion, why are they doing it? Okay, he says it's more like just a job. What's your passion? If all your bills are paid for you each month, what would you be doing with your time? Really good question, guys. Okay, I'd be spending time with family, taking motorcycle trips with my wife, fishing with the kids, spending less time working for someone else. What's your vision? How much money do you want to make per month to walk away from your job? I could replace my income with $4K a month. I would walk away for $10K. What level of income are you accustomed to making right now? I get by bringing home $2,500 to $3,000 a month. That's what most people make. Okay. Would this type of cash flow help? 24,000 in 5 days? Maybe a little. How serious would you say you are on a scale from 1 to 10 to make $10,000 per month? So you can spend more time with your family, taking motorcycle trips with your kids, and fishing with your wife and fishing with the kids. I get a little more serious every day. The more I go to work every day, get up at 5:30 a.m., work 9 hours a day, the more I don't want to go. If I was to tell you my students make as much as $10,000 their first month, $73,000 in as fast as 9 weeks, and it was only $13.49 to get started, is that something that would interest you? Yes, very much. As soon as I get a raise to $13.49. Okay, so what happened here? Chris, I'll be honest, if I was you, I would go get the money like your life depends on it. In the past week, I've already made over $50,000 cash, and I only have a few spots left for students. So if you're really serious and you really want a life of freedom, I highly recommend to watch this training a second time, okay? Nice to connect. Have a super day. Thanks for taking the time. Hey, Chris, what's shaking, bro? Hey, Darren, feeling better? I hope. Nothing too exciting happened today, heading to the daily routine job. The job, what doing? Still mobile forklift stuff? You see how it's like we've forged a common bond now? He's following my thing of what happened to me on my wall, right? And he's talking about his job, and all I got to do is go back up here and see what he said to me before. That's why I love Facebook chat, okay? So now I say, he goes, right, still forklift, but really finally at the end of the rope with it. You still interested in replacing your job income and living a life freedom lifestyle? I want to go to work on December 31st and tell them it's last day. Bro, we are crushing it with Black Ops. You see, I'm talking to my best friend, right? Now, when was the very first conversation that we had, right? Started in July, okay? July, August, September, October, November. See, this is the problem, guys. People, they either don't pay attention in Millionaire Mentoring, or they don't make enough contacts, okay? Now, because of the fact that I put out a ridiculous amount of content, I show up in the news feeds a lot, right? With my controversy or my, motivation or inspiration or whatever, okay? And what can happen is that you can actually build rapport with a person without even talking to them, okay? Or through your content. So if it takes between 5 and 12 connections or exposures to make a sale or to bring a new rep on, and you are continuously putting out new content, you could already be at 12, 15, or 20 exposures before that person even talks to you, okay? Really important. So I say, are you ready to take another look? After I'm showing him that we make 303,000, we've made more than that now. He goes, you know it. Okay, watch this video and message me when you're done. Now, keep in mind, guys, he's seeing different presentations because the presentation is never totally the same. It's similar, but it's never the exact same word for word words because we just do a lot of it just off the cuff, right? And sometimes we'll do even training on a Sunday night, give a little bit of value, right? So I give them a whole bunch of testimonials, and I say, here are a few of my students. How are you today? Finally watched all the video. Nice shirt. Go Cavs. Woot woot. What did you like best about what you saw in the video? It was all very formative. I liked the parts about 22 minutes in, what most people do versus what smart people do. Yes, and most never get taught that. So based upon what you've seen and heard, Chris, can you see an opportunity here? I do see one. I just need to get over my too good to be true fear. Guess what I do right there? I call. I call them. Because you can build the most amount of rapport with somebody the fastest when you can hear the tone in their voice and you control the tone in your voice. Chris, what's going on, bro? Boom, he's laughing right there. I got him. I changed his state right there, right? So what you got to understand here, guys, is that successful people do what other people either can't or won't, okay? So what did I do? I went on about 30-day income explosion. 30-day income explosion. Okay, so I hired a graphic designer. I built this page, okay? 30-day income explosion. I set this up 4 days away, right? 4 days, watch the live stream, 4 days, get started now. It's got a Facebook chat box. It's all ready to go right now. Now my team can go $ID equals and their username, and they're set up too. So when I talk to you guys about the leader has to be prepared to do their own stuff, plus they also have to be prepared to do the stuff for everyone. Okay, now the question is, are you prepared to make the sacrifices? Because in this case, it's a financial sacrifice, it's a time sacrifice. I'm making the sacrifice, and there's all this stuff that goes along behind the scenes that people don't even know. It just kind of shows up, and they think, oh, wow, look, it's all done. It's already, oh, look, oh, cool. Oh, wow, right? But they don't realize about how much time actually has to go into all of this stuff that we do, me and Ari, okay? Now, here's another example. Right now, we are talking to a videographer in India, and we are picking the soundtrack for our video, and he's editing all the stuff together with the space shuttle, with the clips that people have sent us with their testimonials, and putting music narration over top of it. Just to give you an idea, I'll show you what I'm talking about here. And all this stuff, guys, it all takes time. So while we're out doing the recruiting that you guys are doing, we are also meeting with designers, meeting with photographers, meeting with videographers, picking music. Anyway, so that is that part. Now, I'm going to also show you, if you were building a list, okay, which you should be doing, I would go to 10xlifestyles.com, 10xlifestyles.com/click funnels. Okay, 10xlifestyles.com/click funnels, and you will be able to get a 14-day free trial to try out this program so that you can do some of this cool stuff too. Okay, so let's go now to Click Funnels and log in. Okay, now keep in mind, guys, this is all the stuff that the leaders do. Now, we're putting together a lot of stuff right now with, we're designing lead capture pages for the whole team right now. We've designed so far about 15. Who pays for all the stock photography? We do. Who pays for the programmers? We do. Who pays for the graphic designers, the videographers, all of the photo, stock photography, stock video footage? We do, right? So you've got to be at some point prepared. Doesn't have to be now. Doesn't have to be now, guys. Okay? Because you're in training right now on really what it takes to go next level. Okay, I'm showing you guys a lot of things that people don't know that goes on behind the scenes. They just see the finished product and go, oh, cool, right? But they didn't realize all the hours late at night, all the all-nighters that went in, all the people on different time zones where they had to coordinate, 3, 4, 5 in the morning with some other area of the world in order to get it done for their team, okay? For their team, guys. Really critical, guys. Really critical that you get this is that, business is not all roses and sunshine, and you've got to roll up your sleeves, make sacrifices, and do a lot of things that the majority of people will not do. Okay, it's a true story. The majority of people will not do this kind of stuff, right? I mean, heck, they don't even get to the first stage of recruiting. Never mind putting together entire campaigns, doing all the rest of the stuff that's really required if you really want to make huge money. Keep in mind, a lot of people get started and they're happy with an extra $3,000 to $5,000 a month. Okay, awesome, hallelujah, right? Just invite people to our webinar, we'll close them for you, and great. But once you start to get past the $10,000 mark, your work as a leader starts to ramp up higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher to what really needs to be done. So this is a lead capture page that I'm putting out right now for this webinar.
Hey there, you've got Darren Little and Maccabee here. We're live in Manila in the Philippines. And guys, I'm going to share this story with you. We have used some...
Okay, now that for some reason looks like my background page has vanished, which I don't know why. Maybe this program changed again. Like I was saying, these companies just change stuff and nobody knows about it, and all of a sudden, poof. So two things are gone
Hey
from
there,
here.
you've got Darren Little and Ari Maccabee here. We're live in Manila in the Philippines. And guys, I'm going to share this story with you. We have used some strategies on Facebook, some free strategies in the last 90 days to generate over $300,000 in landed commissions. I'm talking profit. I'm not talking about spending a ton of that on paid marketing. I'm talking about free strategies that anybody can learn, and we're opening the vault. We're going to reveal these secrets. We're going to show you how to generate 25 to 50 leads per day for free using Facebook strategies. So what I would encourage you to do is you want to register for this webinar. You want to be there. You're going to want to take notes. And we look forward to seeing you live because we're broadcasting live from the Philippines. We look forward to seeing you there. All the best.
Okay. Now, I don't know. For some reason, there's normally a picture in the background here. I have no idea what. Maybe I clicked the wrong thing and went live on the wrong button. So I'll have to find out after we're done if I messed up my broadcast link. In fact, why don't I just go to 30-day income explosion? It says 4 days, so let's see what's going on here. Explosion. Oh, I guess I have used the wrong one then. I'm gonna have to actually oh, maybe this thing goes live for the channel and then the thing goes back to the old thing after it's done. I'm not too sure. The technical stuff is not my forte, so I'll have to do a little bit of checkup there. Checkup. Okay, so here's how this works. So you got your lead capture page, you got your video. Connect with me on Facebook. That's going to go back to my my Facebook page here. Okay. Then if I go back here and I actually opt in, okay, where did it go back? Okay, so I'm going to go back here and I'm going to actually opt in.
Hey there, you've got Darren Little and...
Okay, so let's opt in. Darren at DarrenLittle.com and 604-771-1901. Okay, so this is just going to go to a thank you page, guys. That now keep in mind, this is how you build your list. Okay, this is how you build your list. So once you get the concept, you're going to lasso your audience using the Facebook content attraction formula that we talk in the training, okay? That's how you get your audience. The more personal development you put out, the more motivation, the more inspiration, the more how-tos on marketing, the more value, okay? And then you're gonna sprinkle it up with some controversy, some humor, some entertainment, you know, some you know, lifestyle stuff, some you know, social proof with your success, with your team success, some travel and trivia Trivia works awesome to get more people, where you ask questions. What would you do? A, B, C, or D? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And you want to start asking questions. Ask your audience questions so they start to show up, okay? So this basically is how to generate 25 to 50 leads a day using free Facebook, right? You can see 4 days, 17 hours, 19 minutes, 12 seconds, okay? Invite others to join the webinar. Turn the people into promoters. It's always a great idea. Calendar, only 2 spots left, 200 spots. Darren Little, Quantum Millionaire, and a little bit of copy. Now, guess where this goes, guys? This goes back to my incubator. Okay, there's the incubator. Oh, look, magic. 14 new leads just showed up out of nowhere, okay? So, and I've already hit this button a couple of times today. You can see that it says 83 new, right? 83 new. So this formula, guys, I'm telling you, it works, okay? It works. Now, if I go down here, and we'll see how many people have people in the group, okay? So it says 33 friends in the group. Holy crap, right? So what a coincidence that, now obviously that person's a network marketer. Otherwise they wouldn't have that amount of friends in the group, okay? They wouldn't have that amount of friends. 161 friends in the group. What? How's that even possible, right? The group only has like 20, where is it? Lost it. Okay. So the group has 2,500 and something, 2,600, and this guy has 161 friends in the group. 182 mutual friends, 1 friend in the group. What do we got here? Member of, member of 3 groups. Okay. 8 mutual friends, member of 15 groups. So you can see here that, you know, a lot of these people are network marketers. Okay, if I go into the main discussion, okay, I was just going to approve all these. Okay, so one, except for the ones that don't have pictures, I typically don't approve those. Okay, so Donald Rhodes, I'm not going to approve. Okay, so approve the rest of these people. Now, in this group, guys, I use the same formula, but you'll find that people are they're getting to know you because they constantly get your notifications. Okay, they constantly get your notifications, right? And in the event that you have people that start doing this, right? So I just go Guillermo. Okay, so I go like this. I go here. And I go find a member, Guillermo. Oops. Okay. Search this group. Guillermo. Just gonna copy the guy's name. Okay. So I copy his name. Okay, so then I go back here, I click on friends, find a member, boom, enter. Okay, so I go here, remove from group, block permanently, and confirm, okay? So you obviously want people that are there to get value from you and interact with you, not to spam your group, okay? And these guys are just totally out of it, and I just don't have any time, especially if they speak another language and stuff like this. I just delete them right out of the group and I'm done with them, right? You know what I mean? Okay. So, you know, you gotta pay attention to what's going on in your group, guys, okay? So, you know, Tyrone I just talked to the other day. Guess how I did that? I started a little preliminary discussion with him. Hey, Tyrone, what's going on? What's moving? What's grooving? He said, hey, how's your back doing? I saw you were in the hospital. And I said, yeah, how's things going with you? We got into a little chat, and you got time to chat on Facebook Messenger. Boom, I made the phone call, right? We ended up talking for about 20 minutes, okay? So these are people that you want to be connecting with, guys, okay? Because the way that I look at this stuff, is I look at that as $1,000 sitting there. When I put a thing like this and somebody says, you know, have an awesome time in paradise, you deserve it, blah, blah, blah. They've been following my content, right? I can tell. So I'm going to reach out to these people to find, oh, she's already in the group. Okay, great. Ildiko, Kimberly Tilley, Elaine Washington, the business that you are in, guys, in case you didn't know, is a personal development leadership business model. Leadership, okay? And the leader's the one that reaches out. The leader's the one that picks up the phone. The leader's the one that decides when they're going to put out value and puts it out for the entire team to piggyback off of. That's what the leader does, right? So you got to ask yourself, do you want to be a big money earner? Or, and I'm going to try to find out how to get back to where you guys are. Okay, so I'm going to go boom, delete, 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 delete. Okay, there you are right there. Okay, so we're going to stop sharing it. Okay, so you guys get value from this? You guys get value today from this, from me showing you the strategy? Okay, so what you've got to understand about this industry, okay? Momentum happens when you decide. Momentum happens when you decide. What kind of webinar are you going to do to attract an audience? What pain and problems are you going to solve? What campaign are you going to roll out to promote it, right? And how cool are you going to make it look? That's it. That's our industry. So in the event that I go, okay, well, when's your next campaign? What campaign? Well, when's your next value-based webinar? What value-based webinar? Right? You're not going to make any money. You're in a leadership business, guys. So decide, right? You either decide that you're going to be a leader or you can decide that you're going to be a follower. Now, I'm not telling you guys that, you know, a person that just copies and pastes and shows up for mentoring. I'm not telling you that those people can't make what most people would call a pretty significant income, okay? A pretty significant income, you know? Robbie Godsell, as an example, at 17 years old, made $35,000 his very first month, okay? John Hundley had a $26,500 first month at 23 years old, right? But they're all on the path of personal development. They all put out content. They all are leaders, right? They all were hosting webinars and teaching and doing things for their team. That's why they made big money. That's why they made big money their first months, right? So somebody says to me, Darren, how long is it going to take me to make $10,000 a month? And I say, Tom, how long is it going to take you to become a leader? You give me that answer, and I'll give you your answer. Because that's our business. So if you tell me, well, Darren, I think it's going to take me 1 year to become a leader. Okay, well, it's going to take you 1 year to make 10 grand a month. There's your answer there, right? And you can do it as fast or as slow as you want, guys. There is no race. There's no race, okay? I will share this with you that I don't have tech skills. I mean, you could pretty much see that by the fact that I don't even know whether or not that thing that's broadcasting right now is the right link, whether I hit the right link or not. I have no idea. I have no idea. Right? I have to go back and check it all and contact my designer and everything else to see if it still works. It might not even work, right? I might have to redo the whole thing, right? When it took me a week to try to put together the first place, right? So, but it doesn't stop me. It doesn't stop me, guys. That's the thing that you got to understand. You've got to be prepared to stumble. You got to be prepared to fall. And you got to be prepared to skin your knees and get up and put a Band-Aid on and do it all over again, right? And eventually you're going to trip, but you're going to catch yourself. And all of a sudden what seemed hard is now going to seem easy. And it's just through the repetition of doing and doing and showing up and doing and showing up and doing that you finally get to your breakthrough, and then things really start to click. So it gets back to what I say, okay? So I will share this with you guys. Every time I want to start making money, I do this. Okay, now the people that are on the panel, they may not even be on my personal team. Do you guys understand that? Those are called universal deposits, okay? Universal deposits. And if you make universal deposits into other people's lives, you get a pay raise, okay? So I can't remember if it was, I think it was 2 days ago, right? 2 days ago that I made a bunch of universal deposits, and I think there was like 50 people on the broadcast, right? All getting value, all taking copious notes. Guess what the next day happened? I made $1,000. Holy cow, right? And then the next day, there was an avalanche of people that came to me, like 3, I think. 3 right now that are either trying to sign up. There was some problem in the sign-up process here. So people are trying to sign up right now, right? I think there's 3 right now that are trying to sign up. And other people are actually raising money or sending me messages saying, Darren, I'm coming in. I watched your video. I'm so fired up. I'm putting my money together. I'm at 1,000. I'm at 1,100. Whatever. I'm surrendering my pride, my ego. I'm gonna go get a loan from my parents. It's bizarre. Like it's like they're speaking the language of my training back to me. Holy crap! And they're not even involved yet. Right? That's cool. That's life-changing, right? So the universe goes, oh, you did that, so you get this. That's how it works. So what I would put out to you is this. When I started doing these broadcasts, I made a PowerPoint presentation. And that PowerPoint presentation, guys, you know what it was called? How to recruit new reps in 6 to 45 minutes. And I still use the training. I made that years and years and years ago. And I still use it. It's part of my baseline training that I take every one of my students through. And I've used it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Okay, so, and I actually did that live, right, as my dangler, right? So I did that webinar on the front, and then I would bridge, and I would talk about whatever business opportunity that I'm working on the back, right? So people would get a ridiculous amount of value, and they go, holy crap, that was freaking awesome. Well, what is this guy doing anyway? And then they would look and see how much money is being made, and then I would go testimony, 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 and they're like, holy crap, right? And then I would offer a big bonus, and they go, oh my God, this is unbelievable, I'm in. And I use that strategy to become the top income earner in a company. That's what you can do. I'm just giving you guys the blueprint. So guys, I'm gonna roll here for now. I just wanted to throw out a little bit of value. Did you guys get value today? You guys get value? It started off and I was just gonna have a conversation with Travis, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna get on a hangout, I'm gonna record it so everybody else can get value too, right? So that's how you gotta be thinking as a leader, right? It wasn't a big, ramp up to perfect it and everything. And I'm in a flipping hospital bed, right? And I'm in a lot of pain, but this is how you get a pay raise. And if you trust this process, okay, if you just trust me on this, and you just do it, you will start to get what I call, they're like bat signals. Literally, guys, no joke, okay? I'm coming, I get checked into the hospital, I sit down, and, I go online, I have a little chat and stuff, and then I get on Facebook Messenger. Travis, did I just call you out of the blue on Facebook Messenger, yes or no? I did, right? Just started wrapping off value, right? And then I went to this stage, and the bat signal comes in. Literally, I'm not kidding you guys. You get a bat signal message from the universe that says, value, go give some value. Go give some value. And if you trust this process and you just take action, now, let me just check here really quickly. Okay, so there's typically, let's see how far this goes. Let's see what we got. Okay, I typically have messages. Okay, so here's a guy right now telling me that he is just signing up. Okay, Willie Thomas right now is just signing up. This is how it happens, guys. I'm telling you. And if you trust this process and you just do it, your life as you know it will never, ever be the same. You can make money on demand from anywhere in the world. Keep on putting out value, okay? And do you realize that not all these people even have to be in my company? I could have just announced that I'm going to give value and put it on my wall, right? And put a live link there and fill this thing up with a packed room and let people watch it on YouTube. How about that? And out of that, I could have said, you know what, guys? I'm feeling like I'm really giving mood right now. I'm gonna give away $28,000 in bonuses right now. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to become top recruiters, and I'm gonna show you how to roll out campaigns, and I'm gonna show you how to generate 25 to 50 leads a day, and right. And if once you get to that point, guys, I'm telling you, you can have true freedom because you can go anywhere in the world, get a laptop, get an internet connection, Facebook, and you are making money right now, like an ATM machine. Okay, guys, so we're going to stop the broadcast here. Thanks a lot for joining us. Travis, I hope this explained what you were looking for there. Just stay connected, stay close to the fire. Monday night, guys, we are doing the broadcast. Myself and Ari, we'll probably bring on Tom Selly on that as well. How to generate 25 to 50 leads per day on Facebook. You already saw the 14 that just came in, and there was two other times that I went refresh all the way through to, I've already passed the 25, put it that way, for today, right, while I'm in the hospital. Okay, so guys, we're going to stop the broadcast. Have a great day. I love you guys. Let's go out and kick butt and take names. Have a good day.